Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and boy, I've actually teased this pretty much since I think right around last week, to be honest, when I talked about Morbius right about now, so but hey, nevertheless, it is here right about now, and I am really excited to talk about this movie right about now, and yeah, I guess it's safe to say that looks like, to me, I think this is exactly what I need for a really nice Saturday like this. So yeah, I guess right about now, if you have been following me through my posts and stuff whenever I'm not making videos, I think right around earlier this morning when I've actually recorded this, yeah, probably by the time I'm recording this video, I, of course, have been hard at work on, of course, my newest cosplay that I'm currently working on, which is, of course, Barbara from Genshin Impact as a ballerina, to which I am really excited to show it off once it's actually done for sure. And if you have been following me on my posts on that, we're making great progress on that, so... But yeah, I guess right about now, I think not just that, but right around afterwards, I of course had some nice lunch over at my local McDonald's, to which, yeah, I couldn't get enough of for sure, and of course following up to that, while also helping out with my family with a little bit of grocery shopping for sure. I guess it makes sense that right around after that busy morning, I figure it makes sense that I head on back to my local movie theater, Crown City Cinemas, once again, and actually see the latest movie that had just came out right about now. And believe it or not, since I did tease this at the end of my last thoughts video that I did, this is not only one of course, the movies that I'm excited to see for this year, or have been excited since the start of this year, but believe it or not, this movie that I'm going to be talking about here today is, of course, a sequel to a movie that I previously talked about a couple of years ago in these videos right about now. So, yeah, I guess it's pretty much a good way to actually say it right about now. So, I guess with that being said, I bet you're quite curious to see what I'm going to be talking about given to those two that I've actually said. Well, believe it or not, I have been anticipating this for quite some time now, and it looks like I think it's time that we go back. Back over to, of course, well, I think it's pretty obvious, but I think it's about time that we head on back and actually meet with, of course, our lovable talking blue hedgehog that, well, likes to run pretty fast right about now. And I guess for this case, his recent sequel right about now is proof of course, exactly the hag right about now. So, yeah, I guess it's pretty much a good way I can actually say it right about now, but for those who don't, I think we might as well go ahead and head on back to the lovable town of Green Hills, Montana, as we talk about the latest sequel to, of course, pretty much a movie that I did already talk about a couple of years ago, which just recently came out, and for those who don't, I think I'm of course going to be talking about the latest movie that of course came out, which is none other than Sonic the Hedgehog 2. So yeah, I guess right about now, that is of course what I'm going to be talking about for today's thoughts video right about now. It is of course not only the latest movie that just came out this weekend that I have the privilege to go see, but it is of course the sequel to the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie that came out in 2020. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got that out of the way, I guess before I can actually talk about pretty much this recent sequel, I think it's actually quite fitting to, of course, probably give a little recap on, of course, of course, what I'm going to be diving into right about now, first off, is the heck, if you actually know me, short, sweet, to the point, if you were to ask me, I am not really a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog, but I am actually quite familiar with, of course, the character, hands down. I did actually play a few games that were revolving around Sonic, and I have seen a couple TV shows revolving around Sonic, and yeah, what else can I say about it? I may not be a huge Sonic the Hedgehog fan, but I am quite familiar with, of course, the franchise, let alone the character himself, for sure. So, yeah, I guess that's what I can say, short, sweet, and to the point, but hey, I guess seeing how this is the sequel to the first movie that came out a couple of years ago, I think it's actually quite fitting that I would probably give a little recap on, of course, what I thought about the first movie, and if you want a lot more, pretty much a longer explanation on, of course, on what I thought about the first Sonic movie, you can definitely go check out my thoughts video that I did on that Sega movie. But again, to make it short, sweet, to the point, I actually really like the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Sure, I will admit, story-wise, I don't think actually flows out pretty well, as it does kind of feel like I was watching Hop for sure. But everything else I can say is that I say it actually does work pretty well. I thought the characters are likable and interesting. The actors pull off some really good performances, especially Jim Carrey, as I like to call him, Dr. Eggbotnik. To which, yeah, I think a lot of people are saying, why can't you just call him Dr. Robotnik or Dr. Eggman right about now? Well, I would, but I still find it all the more confusing, so I would just normally call him Dr. Eggbotnik for sure. So yeah, that's all you're gonna get from me. I would just call him Dr. Eggbotnik for sure. But and of course, let's not forget to mention the visuals and the effects, I have to say, are actually done really great. And the best part about it is that I really love how the people who made this movie, let alone the studio that was releasing the film, actually took the time to, of course, well, redesign Sonic after the original design that was featured in the first trailer got a lot of backlash for sure, which did end up saving the flick for sure, and I'm really thrilled on how well it turned out. So yeah, like I said, if you want pretty much a longer explanation on what I thought about the first film, definitely go check out my thoughts video on the hack if you want some more out of me. But still, short, sweet, to the point, I really like the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I mean, it's not really a great film by all means, but I do think it's actually a pretty good one for sure. And of course, how else would I place it as the number 6 spot in my top 10 favorite movies of 2020? To which, by the way, if I were to, of course, split that video into 2 parts with, of course, with one part being devoted to theatrical releases, and the other being devoted to streaming services, as you know, like 2 separate videos, like maybe like a top 5 listing those 2 different categories. Yeah, I guess for streaming wise, it would still be Hamilton as my number 1. But I guess in terms of in theaters for that Sega list in that Sega year, yeah, I guess it's safe to say that yeah, the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie is destined to take the number 1 spot for sure. So yeah, I guess that's all I can say on that. But yeah, like I said, I really like the first Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and I still think it's actually a pretty good movie nevertheless. So of course, when I actually heard the news that they were going to be doing a sequel to, of course, this movie, I got really excited because I'm quite curious to see what they're going to do to actually help expand the whole log and actually give us something that actually feels fresh and relevant for sure. So yeah, and based on what I saw in the trailers, it actually does look like it's going in that direction for sure. But hey, I guess I knew since after my really busy Saturday morning doing what I normally do, I actually did take the time to head on over to my local movie theater to actually go and see the new Sonic movie for myself, So yeah, and of course I just literally got back from, of course, seeing it right about now, just around the time it recently came out this weekend, and I guess a lot of you guys are wondering, what do I think of this movie overall? Do I think it's better or worse than the first film, or maybe somewhere in between? Well, that's actually hard to say because yeah, I think I don't need any other words overhead, but now, in terms of what I actually thought about this movie, oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, I had a blast with, of course, this movie overhead, but now, so, yeah, I guess it's safe to say, the second Sonic movie, I have to say, I actually really enjoyed it a whole lot, yeah, basically, from what I can actually say, it pretty much takes everything that I actually really love about the first film, but also stepping up a notch to not only make it all the more fun, but still also feel, well, fresh and relevant at the same time. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that Sonic 2 actually really impressed me in such a way. It is a really, really, really good movie for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about, well, everything that I need to talk about for sure. Yeah, I think for starters, I think we might as well talk about the story for, of course, this movie, and yeah, I think from what I've actually seen right now, story-wise, I actually think it is a massive improvement from the first film, hands down. I think with what I've actually seen, I really love on how well structured out the story is, and it actually does feel like I'm actually watching something that actually fits in with the with, of course, well, Sonic the Hedgehog for sure. Yeah, I think from what I've actually seen, it does fit in well for, of course, on what makes Sonic the Hedgehog, well, Sonic the Hedgehog for sure. And I know that's not saying a whole lot because yeah, again, as much as I actually really do like the first film for what it is, excuse me. So yeah. I guess at the same time, it does kind of feel like a regular old road trip movie for sure. And if you have seen the first film, you'll know exactly what I mean. But yeah, I will give credit story-wise. I definitely think it is a massive improvement compared to the first film, hands down. And it actually does resemble something that actually does feel like Sonic the Hedgehog for sure, and for that, I am really impressed on how well it actually turned out for sure, and I'm actually fully engaged with, of course, what's been given to me for sure. It is that good, and not only that, I also found the film's writing, I have to say, through its screenplay, to which I have to say, it was good. Not great, just good. I mean, yeah, the reason why I say that is because there were some stuff that I just didn't think were written out pretty well, but I still think they did turn out pretty good for sure, and really does hit the bullet points on, of course, what it's actually trying to do for sure, and I actually really do admire that for sure, and not only that, I actually get myself a really good laugh at the film's comedy for sure. Practically almost every joke that they actually threw into, of course, this movie had me laughing really, really good. And I really do admire on how it actually turned out for sure because, yeah, I never thought I would see the day that, of course, this movie would actually give me a really good laugh for sure, let alone a Sonic the Hedgehog movie for sure. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that's how much I really like the film's comedy for sure. So So yeah, I guess with those first three aspects that I have to say, they really did an incredible job with, of course, all of them. And again, some things could have been improved on, but I do think they are actually really good. And like I said, with the story, I still think it's a massive improvement compared to the first film, hands down. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so now that I've got the first three out of the way, I guess I might as well go ahead and talk about a couple other things that I should talk about next for sure. So yeah, and I guess if anything, I might as well go ahead and talk about the characters. And my god, they really did an incredible job with, of course, the characters for sure. Like, yeah, I think with, of course, everything I'm actually seeing, I'm not only fully engaged with, of course, these characters for sure, but I still find them to be, well, likable and interesting for sure, and I really do admire that they actually have a really good sense of development for sure. I think with, of course, every single one that I've actually seen on screen that are actually given some really good character development, I actually find myself actually caring for these characters and actually understanding their feelings and motivations that they're going through for sure. And I think they really did an incredible job for sure, because, yeah, I think with, of course, what I've actually seen, they really do shine through, whether it be, of course, well, pretty much our main protagonist, Sonic the Hedgehog, of course, but also, of course, with of course Tom Wachowski and his wife Maggie, and of course the really sinister side and the likable nature of course Dr. Eggbotnik for sure. So yeah, and let's not forget to mention the new characters I have to say, to which I'll go more into depth into later. Yeah, but needless to say, I really do admire on how likable and interesting the characters are, and for that, I really love on how they turned out for sure. So yeah, and of course, on top of all of that, pretty much the next thing I should mention is that pretty much all the actors that came on board for this movie, both the original ones from, of course, the previous film, and also the newest ones they brought into this movie, I have to say they really did pull off some really great performances, hands down, for sure. So yeah, and of course, I really do get a kick out of course, the acting in, of course, this movie. They really bring in their A game for sure in this one. Like, of course, I really do love the likable and, of course, really great personality that Ben Schwartz has brought in for Sonic for sure. And, of course, the likable and human nature brought into, of course, Tom, played once again by, of course, James Marsden for sure. So yeah, and of course, I still get a kick out of course, Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggbotnik. I know for sure that he definitely steals the show in the first film, and in this one, he never disappointed me for sure. He really gave out a really great performance as Dr. Eggbotnik, and I really do love on how well they feature more of him for sure. Like I said, he's a lot of fun to watch, like in the first film, hands down. So, and of course, pretty much all the actors playing the new characters for sure, which I'll go right into right here. But now, first off is of course pretty much the lovable, well, of course, the lovable and likable Fox with two tails himself, which is, well, Tails for sure. I really do admire how well, yeah, I think there's no doubt in my mind that ever since the first film, I was really excited to see Tails in, of course, this movie, and they really did an incredible job with, of course, Tails, and I'll even give credit that they actually brought in the actual voice actress behind Tails herself to play Tails in this movie, and she actually did a really incredible job playing Tails for sure, and I just love the way it actually turned out. But by far, I think the probably the one character that I was really quite thrilled to actually see this movie is that alongside Tails, they also brought in Knuckles right about now, and I'm not gonna lie, I was really quite thrilled to see Knuckles in this movie alongside Tails for sure, and of course I will say, seeing of how I did mention Knuckles, yeah, believe it or not, I really do admire how well Knuckles actually turned out, and believe it or not, pretty much the actor playing Knuckles in, of course, this movie, which I of course know is Idris Elba, aka Heimdall from Thor in the MCU himself. I'm not gonna lie, he is the perfect choice to play Knuckles in, of course, this movie, and whenever I actually see him on screen, he really does stand out for sure, and he's of course a lot of fun to watch, and I really do get a kick out of it, and that's saying a whole lot because I have seen Idris Elba actually play some really good roles for sure, like of course not just Heimdall from the MCU for example, but I've also seen him pretty much play a really great take on, of course, Shere Khan from the 2016 Jungle Book remake. He is a ton of fun to watch for sure, and yeah, that's just to name a few that he has actually done for sure, and I guess in this case, he really does get a kick out of course, playing Knuckles. I really enjoyed his portrayal of him in this movie right now, so yeah, I guess with that being said, both the characters and the actors, they really turned out great. I really do admire every single one of them I've actually seen on screen, and they really did an incredible job on that. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. First off is, of course, well, obviously they brought back pretty much Jeff Fowler, who directed the first Sonic movie, and I have to say he really did an incredible job in giving this film some really proper direction for sure, and I really do love the way it actually turned out, and it turned out absolutely great for sure, and yeah, I think it's pretty much what I could say on that, and let's not forget to mention the visuals and the effects in this movie. Yeah, what else can I say about it? The visuals and the effects in this movie really do stand out a whole lot, and they look absolutely phenomenal for sure, so, excuse me, so yeah, and I guess if anything, I really do admire on how well it actually looks for sure, and I'm actually really quite thrilled that the redesign that they stuck with of course in the first film still carried its way over to of course this film, and I still think it really still stands out to me a whole lot. It is that absolutely great for sure, and yeah. I guess it's pretty much just saying just to name a few right about now, but still, nevertheless, the visuals and the effects in this movie turned out great, and I really love on how well it actually turned out, and let's not forget to mention, I really do admire some really great action for sure, with some really great action scenes for sure, whether it be of course, well, Sonic running super fast, or, of course, some really great fight scenes for sure. So yeah, that's how much I really do love the action in, of course, this movie. And, of course, I really do love on how brilliantly well shot this movie is, with some really great cinematography, and it's cut out perfectly with, of course, some fantastic editing for sure. So yeah, again, that's just to name a few, but I think I will say, without doubt, most importantly, much like with what I actually said about the first film, it really does capture the magic and the spirit of course, the original video games that it's based on for sure. And for that, it really does shine through all the way, and still actually proves that that movies based on video games can be good if they're done right. And this movie is, of course, no exception to that. It is that good, hands down. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that, I guess if anything with everything that I have to say, that's how much I actually really like this movie. Though if there's one issue that I actually do have with it, hands down, is that I actually do think that some of the stuff with, of course, the human characters, I will admit, does kind of drag on for too long. Like I was watching a completely different movie, hands down. Like almost every single time I've actually seen it, I was like, well, why do we have to stop? Why do we have to go all the way here in this movie? I want more Sonic right about now. Please give me more Sonic. So. But hey, I'm glad they didn't focus on that for too long, and since I know this movie is entitled Sonic the Hedgehog, we're still gonna get, well, Sonic the Hedgehog, and I'm really glad that they actually did that for sure. But then again, some of the stuff with the human characters, I will have to say, does drag for a little bit too long, and yeah, still one of the major issues for sure. Though I will make one single excuse me, though I will make one single argument for sure, is that pretty much, if anything, pretty much the film's runtime for sure, to which compared to, of course, the first film being about over an hour and a half long, this movie clocks in at about 2 hours and 2 minutes. I'm not kidding on that, to which I think I will make the argument. I actually don't mind the film's 2 hour and 2 minute runtime for sure. I know for sure that they want to cram in as much as they can into, of course, this movie, and I still think they actually turned out pretty good regardless on that. So yeah, argue with me all you want, but I don't think the film's runtime is the main issue for sure. So yeah. Please don't send all of your complaints to me on that. It's just my opinion. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much everything that I actually can say on that. So yeah. Alright, so I guess that pretty much takes care of about everything for sure. So yeah, overall, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, or short, sweet, to the point, Sonic 2, is a ton of fun for me. Yeah, I think it's safe to say they really stepped up their A game compared to the first film. It actually gave me something that actually really does still feels fresh and relevant, and a lot of fun to watch for sure. And for that, I think it's safe to say that this movie really did make lightning strike twice for sure. And of course, it's pretty much what I could say on that ramp, but now it is that good. So yeah, I guess all in all, I highly recommend this movie all the way. I think it's safe to say it is a really good sequel that is a ton of fun to watch, whether or not you're a big fan of course, the first film, hands down. I mean, besides, I think if you thought the movie is good, like myself, for example, then yeah, I think it's safe to say that you'll find it to be a really good sequel, hands down. So, but I guess if you actually hate the first Sonic movie, then maybe you can probably see the second film as a bit of an improvement for sure. But yeah, I guess to me, as someone who really still likes the first Sonic movie for sure, I definitely really enjoy the second film as much as I enjoy the first film, hands down. And it's still proof that of course movies based on video games can be good if they're done right. And with of course what I'm actually seeing with of course not just Sonic 1 and 2, but also Angry Birds the movie 2 and Detective Pikachu also being pretty good movies. With, of course, a couple other exceptions, like, of course, last year's Mortal Kombat movie that we got, that I thought was just okay. And let's not forget to mention the recent Uncharted movie, to which I did already talk about a couple months ago, being just, well, run-of-the-mill bad. Yeah, I think those two movies I actually mentioned right here, but now they still have some really good aspects that I actually really do admire and enjoy for sure, to which, yeah, almost comes close to being on the category of being, well, good video game movies for sure, so... But yeah, nevertheless, I still really got a kick out of course, Sonic 2, and it's a ton of fun to watch, and I highly recommend it, hands down. So yeah, I guess if it's something up your alley, then by all means, go ahead and check it out for yourself. You're actually gonna have a fun blast for sure, and it's definitely worth hanging out to your movie theater in your running shoes, hands down. So yeah, for my final score right about now, I'm of course going to give Sonic the Hedgehog 2 a massively solid 8.5 out of 10, to which, yeah, it's actually 1 point higher than when I actually scored the first Sonic movie, since, yeah, I pretty much remember how I scored a 7.5 out of 10 for the first Sonic movie, But yeah, I guess it's safe to say, regardless of course what I have to say right about now, and yeah, it is 1 point higher than the score I gave to the first Sonic movie. The second movie is still worth checking out, and I couldn't help but fully recommend it, hands down, and I'm actually quite curious to see what they're going to do next, because, yeah, they not only announced a third Sonic movie that'll soon be on its way, but they also announce a spin-off movie that'll be coming onto Paramount Plus some point around soon, centering around Knuckles. So yeah, I'm really quite excited to see what they're gonna do next for, of course, what other direction they're gonna go for, of course, these movies for sure. Because yeah, I guess it's safe to say that the two Sonic the Hedgehog movies are still really fun to watch for sure, and yeah. Still highly recommending, hands down. So yeah, I guess right up until then, go ahead and strap on your running shoes and go see Sonic. Yeah, and go see Sonic 2 for yourself. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess on that thought right about now, that pretty much, well, wraps up my thoughts video right by now. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and of course, I'm quite curious to ask one thing. Yeah, what do you think of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 if you have actually seen it? I would love to know. So yeah, feel free to let me know in the comment section below if you have seen Sonic 2 and what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites I have provided if you want to keep up to date with me with, of course, well, everything that I do. So yeah, the links are down in the description box below. And of course, support me on Patreon if you all want to see sneak peeks to some videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it really does help this channel out. And speaking of on my channel, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest Fox video, and now if you'll excuse me, I gotta get myself back into, of course, working on video projects right now to keep myself busy. But hey, I know within a matter of time, I will have a new thoughts video out pretty soon on, of course, the next movie I'll talk about. But I won't tell you which one, but that's something you'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.